Acuity Scheduling Customization, step by step. Hey guys, welcome back to the YouTube channel. Today we'll be setting up our Acuity scheduling and how we can schedule anything and customize it to any industry or niche. So let's get into it. Now, to get started, all you have to do is head on over to acuityscheduling.com, click on Try Scheduling from the top right over here, and you can get started for free. So you are going to just sign up via your email address or Google or Apple ID. I'm just going to continue on here with my Google account just for ease, and I will get a free trial on Acuity. You get a free trial without having to put in any kind of card information, so anyone can get started with this, and it is especially helpful in integrating onto your website or onto any other online business platform. So let's just wait for this to load up and we will get started with building our schedule. So you guys will be able to see this is our setup page. Now, it's best if you set it up over here. It's just a really easy way to get started. You just enter your business name. So for me, I want to maybe set up appointments for like my tailoring shop. So it's called Dead End Clothing. I'm just going to input the name over here, and then you have the scheduling page URL, how it will look like as a scheduling page, the link it will have. So I think this looks good. I will just click on next over here. Then you will add your first appointment type. You can skip this for now. If you want to skip it, just click on close on the top right. But let's get started with setting up our first kind of appointment types because it's a lot more easier to get started over here. So first off, let's say we have a consultation. So let's say we do color analysis and the duration is maybe 120 minutes. And then you have the appointment type. So whether it is a one-on-one appointment or a class or group. So obviously this is going to be a one-on-one appointment, and then you have your price. So let's say this costs $50, and then we will just click on next. Now, after that, you will set up your availability. These are going to be your working hours. So you will set up your time zone first, whatever your time zone might be, and then you will enter the days that you are working. Let's say we work through Sunday to Saturday, and we will add our timings. Now, you can choose to duplicate your timings just to apply to all, but you can also set up basic timings and breaks. So let's say on Sundays, we start at 12 p.m. and we close at 9 p.m. And if you want to add any kind of break in between, what you will do is you will just click on add row like this, and then you will add the first time, like when your break starts, you will add that in the first slot, in the second time of the first slot. So let's say we take a break between 4 to 5. So I will just enter 4 p.m. over here. And then in my second row, I will add whenever my break ends. So let's say our break ends at 6 p.m. And then we continue on till 9, like so. So now I've added my times. If these are the times that are followed all throughout the week, I can just click on apply to all, and it would automatically be applied to all of the days. If these are not the times, you can just delete them and add your own times for each individual day as well. So you don't have to really follow a specific time for every day. So let's say the rest of the days we open at so let's say we do 11 to 9 and I want to apply this to all. So 11 to 9 is, all the days, and maybe on Saturdays we have like a different schedule. So for that, I will add a different time like so. So on Saturdays we have a break and the rest of the days we don't. So I will just click on next, and these will be the times where people can set up a appointment with me or with, your business or team, whatever it might be. Now, after that, you will have to set up your payment method. You can click on connect over here just so you can set up your payments. Now, with Acuity, you get multiple different payment options. So you have PayPal, you also have Square, you have Stripe, and you can also choose your payment settings. So collect deposit or full payment, collect and save cards, and payment information is not required. So there is this option if you are taking bookings. Maybe you take bookings even without payment. So you can choose this, and this will allow your clients to book you even without sending you a advance payment. But if you want to make sure that people are not canceling or no showing, then the first option is recommended. So people are going to put in a deposit. So you can choose whether it's going to be full or just a deposit whenever they are booking. For this tutorial, we're going to continue on with payment information is not required, but you can also choose whether or not you want the client to have the availability of being able to pay in advance. So that can be especially helpful with, managing your bookings and scheduling. But for now, we're just going to leave it as it is. Now, on the top, you have your currency information, whichever currency you are accepting. And just like that, you can go on ahead and you can click on this section. So now you guys can see we have this little section ready, and on the top left, if you click on your top left over here, you'll be able to see all your information. So we have scheduling, we have our scheduling information ready, we have our scheduling calendar, and if you take a look at the calendar, you can view it in terms of months as well. And on the bottom, you get this calendar section, and if you click on it, you will be able to see all the different appointments that you have. So after your appointments, if you want to block off any kind of time that is required for personal leave or whatever it might be, if you're closing the store for a day, if it's a holiday, then you can click on block off time over here, and you can block off certain times or certain days, which is going to enable you to set up your business in a more effective way, so clients know that you might be closed on these and these days. So to do that, let's say I want to block off the 10th of May. Let's say we have a vacation, so I want to block off 11 a.m. to 9 p.m., which is our opening times, and I will just add personal staff holiday, and we can block off this time so no appointments can be made during this time, and you would be able to see that on your calendar. Now, going on to the next section on the bottom left, you can see your clients over here, and in your clients you can do a test client just to set it up, just to see how it's going to appear, or you can click on add client over here. And if you have regulars, especially if you're running a salon, if you're running any kind of clinic, then you might have a regular customer, so it's very good to add those clients in their client section because it will be easier to manage all of their appointments and scheduling. If you're running a hair salon, then you will know, oh, this client has their hair cut and then they will have to dye next month, and the next month they will have to do root touch-ups or whatever. So for recurring clients, it's very essential you add them over here. Then you have your invoices. Invoices are where you're going to find all of your payments. You can click on create invoice to send invoices to your pre-existing customer. You don't have to use any third-party application. Acuity allows you to do it all with their native application. Now, you can see over here, Acuity has multiple different plans available, and you can choose to pay monthly or annually. If you pay monthly, you will be paying $20 per month for their emerging plan, and you can save up to 20% with their yearly plan. So if you go on ahead and choose any payment option, I recommend go for the yearly plan. You'll be saving around 20%. Now, you guys can see our scheduling page is basically ready, and I can get started with scheduling. So you guys can see if I scroll down on my left, I have my scheduling page link, and I can just click on this and I can just copy this and open it up. So you guys can see we have our appointment type. This is the appointment we created. We have all the different time slots available, and we can click on more times like this. And if I take a look at the 9th of May and then the 11th of May, the 10th of May has been removed because I blocked it off as a personal holiday or a holiday. So after that, once you have set your basic appointment types up, you can click on customize appearance from here, click on appearance over here. And now you will be able to see multiple different appearance options. So this is how it's going to appear. On the right side, you will have a preview. So you can choose if you want it to be monthly or daily based bookings. So how, depending on the type of business or industry you're in, you might want to make it monthly or daily. I like to keep a monthly calendar because it's a lot more visually appealing. Then you have your business name. Then you'll have your industry. So for us, it's going to be, let's say for us, it's going to be clothing or something like that. Stylist. Yeah. So we have stylist over here. I don't think I can find stylist exactly, so I think I'm going to go with the beauty niche. And then you will upload your own logo. This is to add a more cohesive look, so you can upload your own logo from here as well. I will check if I have a logo ready for my business that I've previously used. I'm going to skip this for now, but adding a logo is very essential because it allows your customers to recognize your brand even in your scheduling pages. Now, after that, you have your font options and your time zones. I like to prefer the AM PM format. It's a lot easier for my clients to understand that, but if you want to do a 24-hour one, you can also customize to that. And you also have your scheduling instructions. Now, in your instructions, if your client is supposed to bring anything with them, if they're supposed to be prepared for something, it's best if you write those down. But for me, I'm just going to write a warning. So any last minute cancellations will lead to blacklisting from our business. So only 15 minutes of buffer time is allotted to each client. If you're later than that, your appointment will be cancelled. I've just added some basic instructions. Then on the bottom, you have font options. So you can choose the font that fits best with your business aesthetic or the overall website that you have. And then you have your background colors. Obviously, you can customize colors according to the business that you are in. So you can change the appearance as you go, and you will have a preview on the right side of your screen, so you will be able to see what your color scheme is looking like. And I think I like this little hint of pink in it, so I'm just going to leave it like that. I'm going to use these colors, and after that you have your button or accent color. I'm gonna make that like a dark pink, like so. And you have your scheduler text color. I'm gonna keep that black, so I'm going to make that black like so. And just like that, I'm going to click on Save Changes on the bottom, and I have customized the appearance of my AQT scheduling as well. I've set it up, and in this way, you can set up your own customizations and set up your own scheduling page with AQT. I hope you guys found this video helpful. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next video.